the effect of HIV/AIDS on national development. Number one, it causes depletion of our resources because national resources are diverted to fight HIV/AIDS. We have resources, maybe we have finances whereby the government has to give the finances to particular, they are called what? The government. You're those who are doing history. Yes, to particular sectors in the government. Now you see the government has to have a kitty for what? For HIV/AIDS victims. They have to. And that money could be used to develop our country. So also it reduces the economic contribution of a person who's healthy. It affects the economy because that person cannot be able to work. And also the victim may opt not to work. So is increasing our poverty. It also may cause death. And that means that we are losing what the church, ways in which the church responds to the challenges posed by HIV/AIDS. As a church, how do we respond to the spread of HIV/AIDS? How do we? Number one, we minister to the victims. Ministering to the victim is whereby you are young man, you have HIV. Then why are you talking when I'm talking and you don't know about HIV? Now why are you pointing him? Can all of you listen? Your neighbor might be having HIV/AIDS at home. Can you listen? So that now you see how you are going to help. You can help everyone. You can help. No, I'm not saying they have. I'm not saying they. Wait, no. You know, knowledge is power, right? You should listen. Nini kinaendelea? I'm telling you, knowledge is power. That's why I'm teaching you. I'm teaching you about HIV/AIDS. Because nowadays you can't know who has HIV. Yes. You see the beautiful people you see? You might be shocked. Your neighbor there where you're sitting, you don't know. He also doesn't know. When were you lastly tested? Yesterday. Where? Kitovu Market. You were not even born in the hospital. Most of us were born at home. So if your parents had HIV/AIDS, they transmitted to you, and you don't know because you had to suckle your mother. Because if the HIV can be stopped at that level, but the level of it's called what? We are too accepting in our community that we don't force everyone to give birth at the hospital. People are giving birth at home, which is wrong. Because what has happened? You see now? So we were talking about ways in which the church responds to challenges posed by HIV/AIDS, and I talked about we preach to the victims. We also train clergy. We train clergy so that they can be able. Clergy is what? People who are preaching the gospel, right? Who are helping in the church. Training the clergy on skills and knowledge so that they can offer education on HIV/AIDS. Also by educating people on the need to have responsible sexual behavior. That's why I keep on telling you, at this age you're not supposed to be sexually active. Because there are very many diseases. We continue. There is also by counseling, so the church counsels the already infected. Also, they offer material support to the victims. And the church also gives jobs. To those who have HIV/AIDS, they give them jobs. They also advocate for the protection of human rights. If you go to them and you have HIV/AIDS and you want to travel, they can be able to talk on your behalf. So they advocate for the protection of their rights even if they have HIV/AIDS. And they also give pastoral counseling. They tell them not to blame themselves because tomorrow the cure can be here. Yes. Because we believe that's why I keep on telling you, if you're praying for people to get healed, can you go and start praying for those people with HIV/AIDS and cancer? So that I can really see your prayers are working. Reasons why the church is involved in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Number one, because when we are fighting HIV/AIDS, we are continuing with God's work of healing. Yes. Number two is because we care for the infected. As a church, we should care as people of God. Also, we are trying to conserve God's creation. When you reduce human suffering, You are taking care of God's creation. You are conserving it. So that's why the church is, this was in the K.C.S.E 2006. That's why the church is in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Also, another reason is because it promotes economic development and it brings peace in the family. Problems faced by the family living with a member of HIV/AIDS. Have you seen anyone with HIV and AIDS?
Yes.
What are the problems that family encounter? Number one, the stigma. If you know there is a son in that particular home that has HIV/AIDS, you have stigma. All of you will not even go there for prayers. If you go there, you won't even eat. Stigma, you won't eat. They tell you, can you have something? You say, no, thank you. It's just one person in that homestead who has HIV/AIDS. I don't know what's wrong with people. If, for example, your mother sees you with a girl from that homestead, it tells you, what are you doing there? What are you doing there? Yes. That is stigma. You are procreating. We continue. There is also another problem, is poverty. It causes poverty because they have to what? They have to buy the medication. Is it sold still today?
No.
I don't know. But you have also to buy good, balanced diet, food that is balanced.
Yes.
Also, you suffer depression. The family suffers depression. They condemn. The people condemn the person and say it's a sinner. If someone comes here and says they have HIV and AIDS, all of you will think they are sinners. And maybe they were given by their mother when they were being born. And all of you will start judging them. That's another problem that it is faced. Also, they have high hygienic. You have to have high hygienic conditions so that you don't infect that person. You know, HIV/AIDS, the virus doesn't kill you. What kills you is any disease that comes by you. I should take you to the hospital, there you see people with HIV/AIDS. That is what we do at the church that I go with, the youth. After you go to the bracket of the youth, from Form 1, now it's grade 10. From Form 1, continuing. Most of them are in grade 10. We take you to the hospital at the wing, that wing. We take you to the wing whereby they are the HIV victims. So that now when I'm teaching them, I'm telling you, don't sleep with each other. They know what I'm saying. Before they complete their Form 4 exam, we take them to the accident ward. And then we take them to the ward. The parents sign in. The parents are very good. We also take them to the morgue. They are shown victim of road accidents because now every parent is giving them their car when in Form 4. So we take you to the hospital, you see accidents, how they look. And then we take you also to the casualty. After casualty ward, the accident ward. So that you can see directly. And then when you're given the car, now you'll be responsible. You'll be very patient to learn to drive. And then when you're given the car, you would drink and drive. And it has helped a lot in the church. Especially the one for HIV. Now I have to tell you, when you're sleeping with your fellow girl, now you have to know where you can end up. But now you see, now I'm giving you theory. That's why you're smiling. Ha ha. If you see the victim, hey. The other time we were there, I could not even enter the morgue. I couldn't. I just saw when the priest was over. I said no, I can't get in. But if you are at that age, you have to. Your parents have signed in that you must go. So you must go so that we can teach you. When we are teaching you those programs in the church, you understand what we are talking about. You see, now you cannot understand. But when you see, you'll understand. Also, another problem faced by family with a member living with HIV is that they suffer from drawback. Yes, because most of the time, you spend, if it is your relative who has HIV, you spend a lot of time taking care of them. Taking care of them instead of working. So you draw back. Also, you struggle to maintain the diet of that person. And then most of the people are pretending to love them. They are pretending to love them, but inside they are suffering what? Bitterness. You're saying, why did this person do this? And then there are quarrels and misunderstandings within the family. Like the other day, there's a victim who died. Oh, that mother had HIV/AIDS. I don't know. And it was causing a misunderstanding during their burial. So what I'm telling you, my last view is you take care of yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
We keep on telling you to take care of yourself. You don't know what the repercussions are. So take care of yourself. Nafika hapo, tutaendelea next year. Sasa tunaanza revision.